If you feel like you almost have her, but never quite do, there's a reason. Most men think it's accidental when a woman seems close enough to touch, yet just far enough to slip through your fingers. They tell themselves she's shy, or busy, or unsure, but there's a truth nobody says out loud. Some women know exactly what they're doing when they pull back just as you lean in. Playing hard to get is not about games for every woman. Sometimes it's instinct, sometimes it's discipline, sometimes it's a test she won't admit she's giving you, to see what kind of man you really are when she makes you wait for her warmth. Watch her carefully. She responds, but not right away. She answers, but never with everything. She smiles, but holds your eyes just long enough to make you wonder what she's thinking when you're not around. If she's playing hard to get, it's because she wants to see what you'll do with the space she leaves between you. Some women know that closing that gap too soon kills the tension that makes a man lean in deeper. They know that the chase is not always about you proving yourself, it's about her proving herself to herself. That she can hold back what she wants just long enough to find out if you're worth letting in. You'll know she's playing hard to get by the way she never fully says yes, but never fully says no. She'll cancel plans with a softness in her voice that makes you forgive her before she's done explaining. She'll brush against you, lean close enough that your mind races, then step away before you can read her fully. It's not cruelty, it's control. It's her reminder to herself that her closeness is a choice, not a given, that her warmth is earned, not owed. A woman who plays hard to get is not always playing games. She's testing the weight of your presence against the ease of your words. She wants to see if you break when she gives you no clear sign to follow. She wants to see if your patience runs out before your interest does. You'll feel it in the small ways, in the pause before she replies, in the nights she lets you wait just long enough to remember she's not yours yet, in the way she gives just enough softness to keep your hope alive, but never enough to settle it. Some men call this cruel. Weak men run from it. They think they deserve the full prize on the first try. But the man who understands women knows this. When she makes you reach, she's not pushing you away. She's giving you room to show what you do when she stops doing all the work for you. When a woman plays hard to get, she's telling you she values her closeness enough to guard it. She's telling you she wants to see if you respect it too. If she gives you an inch and you take it like it's a mile, she watches how you carry it. Do you get sloppy with her time? Do you stop listening once you think you have her? Do you rush her softness like a thief trying to steal what he never plans to keep? This is why she pulls back. This is why she makes you lean forward again, because she knows that a man who really wants her will not fear the distance she creates. He'll close it without force. He'll close it with patience, with steadiness, with the quiet confidence that he does not have to break her boundaries to keep her near. If you're wondering if she's playing hard to get, ask yourself how she moves when you move. When you step back, does she step closer just enough to remind you she's still watching you? When you give her silence, does she break it gently, just enough to make sure you don't forget the sound of her voice? A woman who plays hard to get is not cold. She is not careless. She is measured. She is guarding the part of herself that knows what happens when she gives too soon, too freely, too easily. She has learned the weight of her own warmth, and she's learned to protect it from men who don't know what to do with it once they have it. If you want to know if she's playing hard to get, look for these signs. She shows interest, but never all at once. She gives you time, but never all of it. She lets you close, but only close enough to wonder how it might feel when she opens the door the whole way. A man who rushes this will break it. He'll get careless. He'll push too hard when she wants to be met with calm. He'll read her silence as rejection instead of invitation. He'll pull her close with words, but push her away with impatience. So she watches. She lets him disqualify himself without ever saying no. She lets him talk himself out of her life while he thinks he's still holding her hand. But the man who holds his own line, the one who does not beg, who does not push, who does not punish her for making him wait, that man becomes the one she chooses, because he showed her he can handle her calm, her pace, her fear of giving too much too soon. She's playing hard to get because she knows the easy path never built anything that lasts. She's playing hard to get because she knows the ones worth keeping don't mind the distance if they know what's waiting at the end of it. She's playing hard to get because she knows her worth, even when you're trying to make her forget it. And when you stand where others beg, when you lean in without forcing, when you match her softness with patience instead of push, that's when she knows you're different. That's when she opens the door she kept half closed. That's when she lets you see the part of her that never plays at all. If you felt this, stay. This is Fact Scope, where you hear the truth no one says, but you always knew. Where you learn how to stand calm when her distance tests your edge, where you learn what makes her stay when every piece of her could leave. Subscribe and know what others only guess. Because a woman who plays hard to get isn't playing games, not the way most think. She's not trying to confuse you for fun. She's not reading from a book on how to twist your mind until you break. She's guarding the parts of herself she gave too freely once. She's protecting the softness she knows she can't afford to pour into the wrong hands twice. She leaves gaps on purpose, not to punish you, but to feel your presence in the space, to see if you panic when you can't reach her every minute, to see if you break when her warmth pulls back an inch. Most do, most beg, most chase, most make the gap wider by rushing to close it. But a man who holds his calm does something different. He lets her feel the quiet without flinching. He lets her wonder why he isn't folding like the rest. He lets her feel what it's like when the strength on the other side of her silence stands unbothered. She won't say it, but that steadiness works on her. It pulls her closer without force. It makes her want to open up what she's locked down, because the truth is, when she plays hard to get, she wants to be gotten by someone strong enough to know how to stand still while she decides. So watch how you move when she pulls back. Watch what you say when she goes quiet. Watch how you hold your edge when your mind wants to chase. Because if she's playing hard to get, she's asking a question. Do you crumble when you don't get what you want? Or do you breathe through it and let her come to you when she's ready? Most men answer wrong. They push, they talk too much, they demand, and she closes the door they'll never even see again. But you stand. You stay soft but unbending. You keep your calm. And when she feels that, she remembers it. She replays it in her head when she's alone. She tests it again and again. And every time you hold your ground, the gap shrinks. That's the truth they won't tell you. She's not making you wait to be cruel. She's making you wait to see if you're real. If you're patient enough to handle the fire behind the door she keeps half shut. So don't chase, don't beg, don't fill the silence with empty noise. Stay where you are, calm, clear, still. She'll feel which man folds and which man stands. And the one who stands is the one she lets in when she's done making sure he can handle all of her, not just the parts that come easy.